Welcome to today's video. As of recording of this Tuesday, March 11th, 2025. What's significant about March 11th? Well, March 12th is the start of free agency in the NFL. Also, players can get traded to other teams. Everything we've been kind of hearing leading up to the 12th, it becomes official. And I thought, you know what else is official is 2 years of NFL Blitz. Actually a little longer, but 2 years exact to getting the cap right, to getting the online play. Now I did pick up mine November, December 2022, but I couldn't officially call it a 2-year follow-up review or the fact that I had it, you know, for everything that it was for 2 years because we didn't get online right away. One of the biggest gripes. There's also a cabinet behind me that might look familiar. Came out the same time, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Did not have the online either. Maybe they rushed these cabinets, but nonetheless, everything that we were supposed to get is now on those cabs. And I thought, let's talk about it. Let's go over 2 years, what I think of it, how it's run, available mods, what are my thoughts on adding like the Blitzmas, you know, adding more games to the NFL Blitz. And I'll give you my opinion near the end of the video, what I think, what I want to do, and what I'm going to stay away from having this cabinet. Here's my 2 years exact on the Arcade1up NFL Blitz.
And this game is underway!
I picked up NFL Blitz for a steep price of $599. It seems high, especially for some of the prices people were able to pick these up as low as $200 brand new. Something I do want to point out, if you don't have NFL Blitz, you're looking to pair it with other cabinets. It's exactly the same height as the NBA Jam Deluxe, without a riser, with a riser. So it's the same height. It will look perfect. You match it up with an XL, it will sky over the top, that's for sure. But it's a good sports look, and I thought, you know, pairing these three together would be a good fit. $599. Is it worth it? Absolutely not. One of the best sports cabinets that Arcade1up made. It's a very slim margin, I understand that, but the control deck is absolutely perfect. Besides the mushy buttons that you're going to get with any Arcade1up, these joysticks are a thing of their own. And that being said, it's a great cabinet to have as long as you didn't pay such a steep price like I did. It did come with the molded coin doors. However, they didn't light up like out of the box with the NBA Jam Deluxe and the XL Golden Tee. Pretty easy, you know, mod that I did. Very, very cost efficient. Didn't spend an arm and a leg. Now I did change out the marquee, which in my opinion is an absolute must. I do still have the original marquee, and I'll hold it up and I'll show you the differences on, you know, if you get a cabinet and it's completely washed out, not a big deal for a lot of people. Some cabinets you don't have to do anything to. You know, the marquees that come with them look great. This one, however, did not. You can see the one that came with NFL Blitz. Now it does look very similar, except you're missing a couple of licensed products. The NFL right here, you do have it where my thumb is, but it's a little more official on here, and the Players Union. Also, the Midway logo's gone. So again, not necessity, but it does look a lot better than if this was in here, because when this is lit up, it does kind of wash out. I'll kind of try to put it up to a little brighter of a light, but yeah, it's a lot worse than what we're seeing. Pretty much that is how it will look, completely washed out. So yeah, it just wasn't a good look that I wanted, especially pairing up with the Deluxe and the XL. Now, unfortunately, we did not get those grill speaker covers. We just got holes in the MDF board, as you see in the Golden Tee and the NBA Jam. You know, they just take steps backwards. When you think they get something right, you know, not to remind you of the marquee, but this would have been huge if they would have just had those, because it's just something that, do you have to do it? Absolutely not, but it looks a lot better having grills over the speakers. The art is completely one of a kind. It's not true to the arcade cabinet at all, but that's just the agreement that they had to make to get this game. Also, of course, taking out the late hits. You're not going to get that on this cabinet. Not really a game changer. I'm so used to playing it this way that you kind of forget the fact that you can't hit them right here. And like I said, the joysticks, that 49 way, I mean, it's just, you can't hear anything. I mean, it is just absolutely so smooth. It's so perfect. We'll never have another one like this again, honestly. I mean, in looking at the control deck, you get that nice wrap they put around. I mean, this right here is exactly what we would have got from NFL Blitz. I want to say, I could be wrong, but this is NFL Blitz 99 theme. Might be the OG. It's either 99 or the OG, but they nailed it with the control deck. It's just that the art, the side art, is completely different. Of course, that NFL Blitz logo on the riser. One of the reasons why I never converted this into an inline look is just because I didn't want to lose this. I didn't want to lose the NFL Blitz logo. I didn't want it to just be a solid black all the way down. Some cabinets, you want to get away from the riser. This one just never really bothered me. You get 3 games with this cabinet, which is going to lead to, would you soft mod this? Would you add other games, other versions of NFL Blitz that you can have the late hits? You can have other sports games on here, and I will get to my opinion on that. But you have NFL Blitz OG, NFL Blitz 99, and NFL Blitz 2000 Gold, which is kind of Arcade1up's version of the NFL Blitz 2000. For the most part, this is the game that I play the most, the NFL Blitz OG. I have strong PlayStation 1 vibes, N64 with the whole Cordell Stewart on the cover. And just for nostalgic purposes, that's why I always go back to NFL Blitz. And if you have never played this on an Arcade1up and you say, well, how bad is it without the late hits? You can still go through the motions. I mean, it's very close. You're just not physically making contact. So now if I went to get up on defense, I could still make a move. We'll get to the defensive side in a second here. Let's just get a quick touchdown on these guys. Or an interception. Kind of backfired. But I will show you that you can still go through. You're just not going to make the contact on the offensive player. Of course, I'm doing a lousy example of but I love this game. It has strong vibes of the PlayStation port. I didn't really play a lot of this on the arcade ROM. I do think that it was a little more friendlier playing on PlayStation and 64 than on the actual Arcade1up. It just seems like the computer does kind of come back at you and cheat just a little bit, similar to NBA Jam. In the course of having this cabinet, I have run into issues on the whole online play, and it has been working very good ever since I kind of had to turn it off, unplug everything, and go through all the motions. I did have some videos like how I don't have online. A little bit of a weaker signal. I am in the basement, 3 floors lower than where my router is, but for the most part, online has been pretty solid when I do play it on here. I don't play Blitz a lot, but I've never had any issue once I start a game that I wasn't able to finish it playing it online, unless there was some kind of crazy connection. But for the most part, yeah, it's played really good online. And if you soft mod it, it's not going to change anything about this cabinet. I will say though that NFL Blitz 99 and NFL Blitz 2000 play a lot more faster than the OG, and that might be another reason why I don't play this a whole heck of a lot. Like if somebody wants to jump in, I'm just going to, sorry for the decline, but we're doing a video right now. Just to kind of show you a quick NFL Blitz 99, it's a lot faster. The plays are a little bit different. Of course, they're different with every team. But everything is it's a lot quicker. Just like that. I would have got that pass off in the OG. Try that one more time. It's a lot harder. It's a lot harder in 99. Even more of a challenge in NFL Blitz 2000. You're getting 3 games on here. Very comparable to the NBA Jam cabinet with NBA Jam, Tournament Edition, and Hang Time. Another cabinet that I'm perfectly cool with just keeping it stock. And the reason why I want to keep this stock is just because I feel that the Arcade1up cabinets are meant to be what they are. Out of the box, if you want to do some mods where you change the marquee, you light the coin doors, you make it look more of like a deluxe cabinet. Sorry, we're not gonna play any online because we're just doing a quick review here. But you can see how many people are in the lobby, so it is encouraging that, you know, if you're looking to play a lot of games, that's 3 times now in the last 3 minutes that someone has tried to join and play online. So you're always going to have someone to play against. But watch how much faster this is. I do the bomb a lot. I can't get that pass off. It's got to be so quick. Eventually the computer knows the play you're going to do. And you're going to have to do some kind of trickery. But the problem with this game is basically, unless you're super good at this game, the last person with the ball usually wins. Going through the lobby, I mean, there's someone here playing, there's available games here, NFL Blitz OG, a ton of games. So there are plenty of people to play. You can go through the menu, change the timer speed. You can make it go really fast. It's a quick game. It's like playing NBA Jam where it's about, what, 12, 10, maybe 15 minutes, and you know, you're through the game. But I always just go back to the OG. It's just kind of like my bread and butter game, and I just have the most comfortable playing experience with this one. A look at the marquee lit up. It looks so much better than how the camera's picking it up. I'm not sure if it's the light coming down from the window behind me, but I can tell you that I guess probably that right here is how it's looking to me. So it doesn't wash out, it just kind of looks that way when we move it back a little bit. And something I've always said that, you know, a BOE monitor, the best on earth monitors we get from Arcade1up, they're crisp. There's just something about the Blitz monitor. Maybe it's just because it's a newer port than like the NBA Jam that's over here, but it's always looked so good. A reason why I've never swapped this out with like a buy stuff 19 inches, because the picture's just so good that I've just learned to live with the 17 inch. The marquee was important, lighting up the coin doors, and that's about it with this cabinet. I am happy with everything that I got with it. The online, after, you know, a few months of it being, 6 months after it being available, has worked fine. I just wish I didn't pay so much for it, because I don't think it's worth $5.99. I think $4.99 tops would have been a lot better price for it to come in, because I believe I picked this up for $4.99. It might have been $5.99 also, but $4.99, $5.99 was the price point on this one. I just feel I paid too much for this, because for the same price I paid for this, I got the XL. So I got all those games, a trackball, to light up everything, a bigger cabinet for the same price as Blitz, but basically I was paying for the NFL license. And if you're wondering how much of a difference is the height from a deluxe or a cabinet on a riser such as Blitz than an XL, this is 61 inches tall. Just depends on how flat the floor is. It's coming a little bit higher than 61, but pretty much 61 right on the nose, and this is 66, so it's gonna sit 5 inches taller, and it looks a lot higher than 5 inches. But yeah, that's the difference between NBA Jam, NFL Blitz to an XL. So the NBA Jam Deluxe, 61 inches, and again Blitz right at 61, maybe 61 1/8, but very, very close in height. And the width of that control deck, which could be your worst enemy when you're trying to fill a room with arcade cabinets, is right at 31 3/4, so just under 32 inches wide. That's going to do it for today. I just kind of wanted to go over what I think of having NFL Blitz after 2 full years of it being completely at its point that it should have been, out of the box at $5.99. Having the online, you saw plenty of people in the lobby, plenty of people joining that want to play. A couple of things that I had to address with this cabinet. There's more that others would have done. They would have put the grill covers in, probably changed out the buttons, and maybe gotten a bigger monitor. And the art, a lot of people would go for the actual OG art. You kind of get that with NBA Jam. NFL Blitz is just kind of a creature of its own, I guess, similar to this Frankenstein Arcade Classics Golden Tee Midway. I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Another reason why I wanted to do a 2-year follow-up with this cabinet is it has sold out. The only way to really pick this up is similar to me picking up Shack Jam in the last week. I bought it on Facebook Marketplace. I found a cabinet that I completely missed out on, and I've always wanted to kind of complete a collection of these bad boys, and I bought a used cabinet. It has happened a few times, and where this hobby has shifted, it's become, if you see something secondhand, pick it up. And I recommend that, if you find this at a decent price, it'd be a great cabinet to have. And I just kind of wanted to go over some of the things in case you've never played it. But the reason why I don't want to do the Blitzmas, to add all those other games, is because I want this for what it was. It was a 3-player Arcade1up. It plays online. And at the end of the day, it's good enough for me. If you want to change out the marquee and make it look more of a real looking cabinet, that's one thing. If you want to turn your cabinet into a multi-cade, change out all the controls, add a zillion games, it's not going to be the cabinet that you once picked up. It's going to be completely different. Like it or not, you'll never be able to bring it back to what it was. You make that decision, you make that call on, I'm going to get an NFL Blitz, I'm going to mod it, I'm going to soft mod it, I'm going to put a ton of games on here. It's not going to be an Arcade1up anymore. Marquee's one thing, but the games, I don't want to touch them. I'm going to just live with the cabinets that I get from here on out, and just change, simple things like marquees and coin doors. So just kind of wanted to throw that out there. Battletoads might be our next stream.